So we have discussed about the various public holidays, and we have discussed about the public holiday class like blank, 1, 2, 3, 3 to 9, other things we have discussed. So what I will do is I'll go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. I'll go to time management, work schedules, define public holiday classes. So we have gone to this node and we created holidays. What I will do is I will use holiday calendar. I'm selecting holiday calendar and I'm clicking on this one. So here we can see that the first column is the 2-digit code of the holiday calendar, and this is the text for the holiday calendar. This is the validity, start date, validity, end date. You can see some are check boxes, some are blank. Now the check boxes are specifying whether a particular holiday calendar is maintained in the factory calendar or not. If this one, for example, is not maintained, public holiday calendar, this one is not maintained in factory calendar. Whatever is maintained, there are check boxes here. That's all about this. For example, I want to maintain any of the things. For example, I'm selecting and I want to check where it is used. It's used nowhere. For example, I want to maintain, for example, I will check some more, and England and Wales, for example, and I want to check where it's used. It's also not used. How to check? Let me check this one just to show you. So this is used in this particular factory calendar. Where it is used, we can check. I can go to similarly, I can use some of the other where it is used. We can see if I want to check some definition, I can definitely check definition here. This is the definition, whatever is existing. If I want to check the calendar itself, for example, I can check the calendar itself and I can go to a particular year, for example, 2002, and I can check the individual holidays here. I can go back and check individual holidays. All right. So what I'm doing is I'll go back. I want to create my own holiday calendar, for example. I want to create my own. So what I will do is I will maintain something like any 2-digit code I can maintain. For example, let me maintain. I'll click on this create button, and here I will maintain, for example, say some 98. Any 2-digit alphanumeric code you can use for the holiday calendar. And I'm maintaining some name. For example, any of the name you can use. You are using RL or PS something we are using, I don't know, UT or PS something here. And I will say regular. I will type regular. So usually location wise we are maintaining, you can maintain, for example, regular Bangalore or Hyderabad, or plant regular employees plant, like that you can maintain. I'm maintaining PS regular, and here I will maintain validity date. For example, I'll type 2016 or 17 something. I will maintain 2017 or some 7 I'll maintain, and here I'm maintaining, for example, 23 or 24 something I'm maintaining. Validity, start date of the public holiday calendar, validity, end date. I'll click on assign. This is what I have maintained. Now I'm clicking on assign holiday. I'll click on assign holiday. So we have used some key like 826, whatever is the sort key, this is the key, sort key. This is the sort key, you can go back and maintain. What I will do is I can use any of the sort keys, multiple sort keys we have maintained, I can use. For example, uh, we have created some lot of holidays. I can select my own. For example, I'm selecting my own. You can go back and create. This is a different system. So what I'm doing is, whatever you have created, I'm using that. You might have used 826, some sort key used. You can create. For example, Labor Day, I'm selecting. Holi, Diwali, Ram Navami, for example, Independence Day. Whatever is there, I'm creating. Republic Day, Independence Day, all these things which we have created earlier. You can select the same one or other things also. Gandhi Jayanti I did not create, but I'm using Ugadi, for example. I'm using all these things. I'm using. Let me select, say, Christmas or Independence Day or New Year or Holi, whatever is there, I can select. So whatever you created, you can select. The other ones also you can select for your particular configuration. Let me select some. Thanksgiving Day, Veterans Day, Eid ul Fitr, all these things I'm selecting. Martin Luther King Day, which is specific to US. Labor Day, all these things are specific to US. For example, some of the Chinese are there. Chinese, for example, China Youth Day, other things. You can go back. All right. So I have selected whatever is required for me for this regular PS regular. I'm doing that. And what I will do now is I'll click on assign public holiday, so that all whatever I have selected, I'm able to find this here. You can see I have selected 39, entry 1 of 39. Only few are seen here. If you want to check, you can scroll down. All these you can check. You can scroll down and check whatever you have selected. For example, you want to delete certain assignments, you can do that. For example, I want to delete this assignment, Columbus Day, someday I want to delete. For example, I'm deleting certain. You can select whatever you want to delete assignment and click on delete assignment. You can delete assignment. Okay. This is done. This is the validity period of the holiday that you have selected. Validity period. Validity period start date, validity period end date. This is you maintained. Usually you can maintain a higher number here. And I'm clicking on save. So you can see floating public holiday AJ not defined. Do you want to save? So how do you, this is a small error. It is a small error. How do you want to resolve it? You can go back to that particular, there are several ways of doing it. You can go back to that particular holiday like we did in the last time when we created holidays, public holiday. You can maintain the validity period accordingly. Or you can adjust this calendar validity period, start date and end date. Or you can delete or you can change. You can click on this one also, floating public holiday beep is not defined. Do you want to save? Yes. Yes, I'm going for all the yes. You can cancel and go back or delete. There are 3-4 ways of resolving. I'm going with without all these things. And automatic recording of customizing changes does not include the holiday and factory calendar. All changes made to the holiday or factory calendar must be transported manually. Is of the TR that we have talked about. Manually, you have to maintain in different systems. I'm clicking on enter. So what we have done, we've created a public calendar ID, holiday calendar ID 98 PS regular. That's what we created. You can go back and we can check our holiday, that holiday calendar. You can check here PS regular. And you can see it's not checked, it's blank. That's how we are maintaining. The same thing we can check. For example, I can check here how it's defined. I can check the definition, I can check calendar, I can check all. Where it is used? Nowhere till now. I'll scroll down. I will check the definition. Definition definitely maintained. These are the things. Netaji birthday, Lohri, all these things we can check. You can scroll down and check whatever is relevant. Okay. And you can go back and maintain the calendar also. Entire calendar we can check, or year wise we can check. For example, year wise we have maintained particular 2020 or 2021, or we can check, for example. These are the applicable holidays. 24 holidays for a particular year, for example. This is what it is showing. And we can see whatever is this green one, it is specifying that particular holiday. For example, this is Labor Day or Memorial Day or Eid ul-Fitr. In the calendar we can check whatever is the this one. We can check all the ones. All right, I'll go back again. I'll go back. Next, what I will do is I will select this factory calendar and click on pencil. So here what I will do is, here also I'll try to maintain some of the values. I can check, for example, alumni. For example, I can check the definition and I can check, for example, the calendar. I can check the calendar. So what is the difference? Holiday calendar that we have created previously, we have assigned some of the holidays we have maintained. Factory calendar is the cumulation of the working days and holidays, for example. So we are specifying any other calendars. For example, any of the calendars we are specifying. So I can go back and create a factory calendar. So what I will do is I will click on this paper to create, and let me maintain some 7 6, any of the number I'm selecting, any of the number. I created a holiday calendar 98. Now I'm creating factory calendar 76, for
Sir,
example,
screen is not big.
and
Okay.
I'm typing PS, any other thing I'm typing, for example, NS regular or anything factcal, PS factcal, for example, I'm maintaining. Here I will maintain 2017 or something, and here I'm maintaining. I'll remove this and I'll type 2023. I can maintain. Validity period start date and validity period end date I'm maintaining at factory calendar level. That's what I'm doing. Here I will assign the holiday calendar ID that I created a few minutes ago. I'll assign 98. I'm typing 98. 98 is the holiday calendar we created a few minutes ago. Okay, so you can see special rules, none exist. Leave it at that for now. And I will check factory start date. I can check factory start date. I'll keep it blank for now, and I can click whatever I require. For example, I can click or untick, tick or untick. These are specifying the work days. What I'm doing is I can click on the specific ones. For example, I can maintain these. I can maintain Monday. Depends on the working days as per a week in your company. Monday is a work day in your company. So I'm taking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some companies work on Saturday. You can take. Some companies don't work on Saturday. Both Sunday, Saturday off. For example, I'm selecting Saturday also. It depends. Work on public holiday, I'm not selecting that. It depends on your company's requirement, and I'm saving it. And this again, transport request, the like previously while you are creating public holidays or public holiday calendar or factory calendar, it's a similar one. I'm clicking on enter. This is done. So the difference between holiday calendar and factory calendar is holidays calendar specifies the public holidays for a specific time period, validity period. Factory calendar specifies the list of public holidays along with the working days for a specific validity period. So you have assigned that holiday calendar in the factory calendar. For example, 98 I assigned. So in interview, somebody may ask, is it so how do you specify this? What is the mandatory requirement? Is it mandatory to create factory calendar to create work schedules? For example, this may be an interview question. So factory calendar ID creation may not be a mandatory configuration to maintain the work schedules. So how it happens in real-time project? Usually it depends on the modules that you are using. Because you are the HR expert, you should be aware of that. Factory calendar ID used in particularly CATS, cross application timesheet. Shift planning in CATS, in shift planning, training and event management modules. So in that case, you have to go back and maintain this configuration. In that case, it is mandatory. Otherwise, it's not mandatory. Also, there are other modules like SAP PP module. You are into SAP HRHCM. SAP PP, PP meaning production planning, and SAP PS module like SAP project systems. And so those SAP PP and SAP PS consultants usually use the factory calendar ID that you have created. They will use this ID, for example, 76, they're using. And they use it and they prepare the production planning sheet for a specific time period. So this is what we have done. Now, as I have created and saved it, special rules, you can maintain special rules. For example, the special rules maintain, convert the public holiday to working holiday. I'm clicking on special rules here. So I can go back and check. For example, it depends on how you are maintaining, whatever maintaining you are doing. For example, we have maintained New Year. So I'll click on special ones, validity. From validity, what I will do is, for example, what you are doing is, I'm clicking on this create button. For example, 2022, for example, I want to maintain. So I will maintain 0101 and 2022. This is a date I'm maintaining. And to date also, I will maintain 01.01.2022. Meaning it is specifying only one day. I'm maintaining from date and to date same because it is only one day I'm maintaining. I can also maintain 2-3 days. I can maintain 202 or 010203 something I can maintain, for example. But I'm maintaining the same one, 01.01.2022. So actually this is a holiday according to our company rule, for example. So this holiday, I'm clicking on work day, meaning you are converting a public holiday into working day. Why? You can maintain the text, relevant text for the factory calendar. For example, it may be a holiday for the corporate office, but for the manufacturing plant, it is a working day, for example. So you can maintain like production day or something. You can maintain production control. You have to do production control on that day, so you are maintaining it as a work day for the plant employees. Production control in the manufacturing plant, you can maintain some text like that and click on create. I can go back and create others also. For example, let me create others. For example, I'm maintaining 25.01, I mean, yeah, 25.12.2021, for example, 2021, and I'm maintaining same one here. I'm meant copy pasting the same date. I'm meant clicking on work day, and I'm maintaining this FIFO or some machinery unit, work for machinery unit. So you are converting a holiday into a working day. I'm clicking on this, and I can save or do something. Meaning I can save. For example, I'm clicking on this, meaning you have configured, but it is not applicable In future, you can come back and tick it or untick it. If you are unticking it, you have configured this manufacturing plant control production planning, but it's not a working day. You can simply click it and save. Some other consultant might have created this. You are joining now. You can click, tick or untick. For example, this is not relevant. I can select it and delete it. If required, I can select and delete it entire line. I'm saving it. I can save it. What I've done is I've created the rules, special rules I have created for the factory calendar. This is done. I have saved it. You can see this factory start date, factory date start. Now factory date start specifies the gap between one factory calendar to another factory calendar. For example, you can type 5 or 6 something, you can type here. So what I'm specifying is that, for example, you are maintaining some January 1st 2021 or 2017 or 18 or 2020 is the new year start date. So if you mention some 6 here or 6 or 5 or something meant in the factory start date field, system will consider it from the 6th of that year, not from the start. I'm entering year as 2017, for example. So system is considering it as January first date is 01 January 01 2017. If I'm typing 6 here, it will consider the date as 6. So if you mention 6 in the factory start date field, system will consider it from 6th January 2017, not 1st January as per the maintain. Okay. Public holiday. Public holiday. If you want to declare all the public holidays defined on the defined, so we'll check this checkbox. Public holiday for if they are all working day. So based on the requirement, you can check or uncheck all the remaining checkboxes and you can maintain the all these things. So I'm not checking it. If I'm checking it, I may not want to maintain holiday calendar, for example. I may not want to enter, for example. It depends on that. Okay, so I will go back. I have done this much, then I will go back. I'll go back. I'm going back to holiday calendar once again, just to show how to maintain. We have maintained 98, for example. I will use PS regular. We can check now. There is this checkbox maintained. Earlier it was not there. This checkbox was not there earlier. Now it is maintained because we have maintained the holiday calendar, factory calendar. We have maintained. That's why it is maintained here. I can go back and check the calendar one by one. I can go back and check. I can select all and go for calendar. Year I can go one by one also. I can go yearly. I can maintain different years, 2019 other years. I can maintain how each one is becoming applicable. This configuration I have done. Now what I will do is I'll go back. I will go to personal sub-area groupings. Next node, I'm going to personal sub-area groupings. So time is up. You can log in after 15 minutes.